Alright, guys, welcome back again. I'll basically, in fact, applaud you for the job well done. You've done the practice and you've seen how far you can go. If you are willing to practice on your own, you will see how far you can go and you will see how your progress will increase drastically in no time. But nevertheless, we're still going to continue with our scratch model. Now we are moving on to sensing. We've talked about the motion, the looks, the sound. No, we'll skip some the sound for now. The event too. Then you have the control. You see me use wait, then forever function. Now we are in sensing. Since we are in sensing, there are little things I need you to understand here. This sensing does not work by itself all alone. No, the way when I was trying to move motion here, in all other codes, by the time I was trying to use motion, I import it alone. And I was using looks, I imported it alone, drag and drop, and it was working perfectly. Also, when I got to control, I imported it alone and it's put some codes inside. Like for instance, motion was inside, looks was inside, also inside forever function, and then wait starts to. But as far as sensing function or sensing code is concerned, you need to understand the concept behind it. It can't stand alone unless only this one ask what your aim is and wait, which basically you can retype everything inside to whatever you want it to be. But nevertheless, I want you to look at it closely. What's the first thing that you have here? Touching mouse pointer. If you try to adapt it here, try to put it together here, it won't stay and nothing will happen. Let's say I try to put it here and try to click this, nothing is going to happen, which means there are some basic things that you need to add together for your sensing code to work. Now let me go back. What do we need to add together? Like I said, the sensing codes or the sensing functions, they don't just work alone. They work with respect to all other codes too. For instance, with respect to the motion or operators or control and the likes. But let me quickly show you how it works. Now we'll go to, I've already imported or bring when flag is clicked as our first code. Then I'll go to control. Now look at it. Let me bring if then. Why am I bringing if then? If you look at the shape of this touching mouse pointer, look at the shape, look at the way it looks like. It also resembles the kind of shape that we have here. So that's the way it's going to work. Because if you go back to sensing and try to bring this third one, this stand to, you see, it won't fit in at all. It won't even fit in at all. But if you try to put this there, look at the way it fits in perfectly. So what I'm trying to say basically in essence is, if then function is the one that we can use touching mouse pointer to, or probably the if else function, if then else, and then this. We can basically use it. Why? Because we have this particular space for the sensing operators or the sensing codes. So if you put this here, when flag is clicked, if touching mouse pointer, what is the if that is touching mouse pointer? That is, if this cat is touching the mouse, then what do you want the mouse to do? So let me go to looks, or let me go back to sensing and use two things together. Then ask, what is your name? Or no, it's not what is your name. A cat cannot be asking my mouse cursor, what is your name? What should it be asking? Why are you touching me? Let me retype it and try you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. Why are you touching me? So I think that would be what. And then wait. I click it like that, nothing is going to happen, right? So which means I need to add the forever function to inside. So I'll put all this function, that is if then function, touching function, ask function, and then put it inside forever, because forever is like the control that makes everything to work without you having to go back to click when the flag is click function. So if I try to click this and I try to touch it, can you see? Why are you touching me? Then you can answer here, I like you. Why? I like you. And you answer and click. That means you've already answered the question. You go back and touch it again. Why are you touching me? But if you don't want it to do that, if you don't want to ask the question, why are you touching me? Like that, all you need to do is just to do what? You go to motion, remove this, then add, go to random position. Then you go back and click this flag again. it will keep on running away from you, but it doesn't want you to touch me. Now let me just add it to it together. Try to keep on asking that question. Why are you touching me? Until you answer the question. Because I like you. Because I like you. So until you answer why are you touching me question, there's no way it's going to move away from there. And by the time you answer it, it will still go back to another place and ask why are you touching me. So what I need you to do is just let us remove ask why are you touching me for now, and then you stop, you play back again, and it's keep on going. But there is a way you can add why are you touching me function to it. I hope you're already getting what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm thinking right now? Do you know how to add this without even putting this particular function? But nevertheless, it will still be saying why are you touching me by the time the mouse is hovering over it. Let's stop it and go back. Where can we find such function? It's under loops. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the same, very simple thing. No? Can you see? Say. It's more or less the same thing, but nevertheless, they have different function. The ask, we ask, why are you touching me? And wait for an answer. But the say, we just say it without expecting any answer. So let me bring say, let me copy and paste this. Let me copy it and paste it here. Like that. So if I press it, why are you touching me? If you go, why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Let's keep on asking, why are you touching me? Like that. But the waiting is too much. Let me just put 0.1 seconds. I already reduced this from 2 to 0.1 seconds so that you can see why are you touching me? 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 It's more fun, like a game. Can you see? So that's just all about sensing. You basically cannot use sensing code alone. You need to combine sensing code with the control code or the motion code or the looks code, and also the event will always be there. So that's where you can use sensing code. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you don't understand, feel free to watch this video and you definitely get it. We don't need this to later return it. So that'll be all for now, and I'll see you at the next lecture. Thanks for watching.